Hi, I'm Harry Forbes from ARC Advisory Group. Today I'm here with Ravi Subramanyan, who is the Industry Director for Manufacturing from HiveMQ. Ravi, welcome.
Thank you, Harry. It's a
Nice-
pleasure to be here with you.
It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
People may not be familiar, Ravi, with what HiveMQ
Yes.
is and does. Could you give us a brief overview of that?
Absolutely. It'll be my pleasure. So HiveMQ provides the right framework for ensuring that you can make data-driven decisions that enables certain outcomes for companies, right? So we are in the business of moving data from your premise, meaning like in the manufacturing parlance, it could be machines, it could be applications, it could be anywhere where data is sitting, right? To bring it all together, to make it meaningful and allow other applications to take that data and do something with it. To ensure that you run your factory efficiently, for example, or you get better throughput, things like that. And you can do advanced AI, ML, and those kinds of things.
Okay, so we would classify that in ARC as an industrial IoT platform.
Correct, yes.
So, but there are a lot of industrial IoT
They
platforms on the market. Ravi,
are.
what is the differentiation
Correct,
for HiveMQ?
Correct, yes. So HiveMQ is actually based on a message platform called MQTT, which
Right.
is a message queue. It was started in around the late 90s by two gentlemen with the specific intention of helping companies that have remote operations, like for example in oil and gas, to be able to efficiently get the data in low connectivity situation, less bandwidth situation. It uses what is called publish subscribe. Not getting too technical, it is just more efficient way of getting messages across where you don't have that much pipe, right? So it's based on that technology. And we are part of the MQTT Eclipse Foundation, which manages MQTT. On top of that, we have built an enterprise-grade platform where we can scale up to 200 million concurrent users, for example, right? Or we can be at multiple sites across the world and be efficient. We can provide a highly available solution, which means that if you happen to have a downtime, we can come up immediately, right? So that's what really separates us from other brokers or other solution providers, that we can guarantee enterprise level. And the reason why we do that is like we started in like a space where this was absolutely necessary in connected cars, right? Because connected cars has millions of vehicles on the road, and we have to enable all that because all these vehicles are going to be trying to send information at the same time. We need a pipe or we need a solution or a framework that can allow all that to happen. So that's kind of why we are who we are.
Okay, but connected cars are a lot different from oil and gas. Can you talk about maybe your customer profile across the whole company, but especially in manufacturing?
Yeah. So the good news for us is that there is data needs across the industry, right? Be it connected cars, be it oil and gas, be it pure manufacturing, like say auto manufacturing or pharma manufacturing or chemical plant manufacturing or industrial automation kind of use cases, right? There is data needs. Obviously, where the data is used and what use cases they're used, what is more important and what is less important is going to be different. Like especially in manufacturing, discrete versus continuous, there's obviously a difference. So from a customer profile perspective, obviously we started with the connected car. So we have the big connected car players like BMW and others. And then we got into manufacturing. Some of those customers became our manufacturing customers as well, right? Okay. Like Mercedes, right? That is one of our customers. We have another huge auto manufacturer in the US as well as our customer. In pharma space, we have some large customers, including Eli Lilly is one of our customers. Transportation and logistics, that's a big area for us. We have a few big labels around that space. And then we have like in other areas, like Netflix is one of our customers. Netflix uses us for testing out all of the new devices that are Netflix enabled to make sure that when you press the button, the Netflix application opens. It sounds very simple, but when you consider all of the millions of devices that are coming with Netflix enablement, and it's absolutely important for them to be able to test it so that like they can approve it. And all that backend is done through our solution.
Okay, it sounds like that kind of makes the point you were talking about scalability as being that all those applications seem to be pretty large.
Yeah.
Given that, what do you see as the direction for HiveMQ in the future? Where are you headed? What are your strategies for the next year or two?
Right. So a lot of people ask us, okay, so you don't talk to the actual machines or you don't do anything with the data in terms of analytics and things like that. We are that pipe. We are that pipe, that faucet that is in the middle, right? That is able to send the data efficiently across different locations in a scalable, reliable, secure manner. And one of the things where we separate ourselves from the others is that we are purpose built and we try to make our solution vendor agnostic, meaning like if you want to talk to AWS, if you want to talk to Azure, if you want to talk to GCP, which is Google Cloud, we can support all of that simultaneously. If you want to have a multi-cloud solution, for example, or if you want to talk to Kafka, which is kind of a streaming analytics platform, we can talk to that. So we don't restrict our customers to say that you shall only use one platform, because our thing is that we want to be flexible, we want to be vendor agnostic, and we want to be that center brain, if you will, but then like you can have many kind of like spokes from that, right? The direction we are heading is we want to stay in the space because we want to kind of like specialize in data. We potentially are looking to get into more of data management, potentially. Like how do you ensure that the data, because right now it's like whatever is coming in as a data is what is going out, right? How do you ensure that the data is right, right? How do you cleanse that data? How do you normalize it? How do you ensure that the data has some lineage? That whole thing about data management is an area that is a natural progression for us. A lot of our customers ask us about that, and then we are looking into how can we expand into that area. Okay, that's kind of our near future.
That's very helpful, Ravi. Yeah. I think you've given me a really good picture of what you're doing, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We hope to see you back at the forum again.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and looking forward to the next few years at the forum. Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
This is Harry Forbes from ARC Advisory Group. My guest has been Ravi Subramanyan from HiveMQ. Thank you for watching.